Hello everyone, this is Andrea and this is Angel Life Makeover. You can reach me at angelfairyhealing.com. Today we will be talking about the Spring Fairies, and I am doing a free Spring Fairy class in my Facebook group called Angel Fairy Healing with Andrea Dumbecki, and I will also be posting this as a blog. We did a winter fairy class, and that was like so much fun to tap into the magic of winter and the animals and the plants and the activities of winter. So I was inspired to make a spring version, especially since spring is just starting here in the Pacific Northwest and all the beautiful flowers are blooming, the earth is singing, and I really felt the fairies wanting to connect with us on a deeper level, to open our heart to nature, to the magic of life. And so if you'd like to take a second now, we are going to call in the Spring Fairies. And we are going to open our heart to connecting them, to lifting the veil. The Spring Fairies are on a parallel dimension, but we can connect with them. When you're in awe of nature, when you're with flowers, when you're in a magical place, when you really feel an appreciation of nature, you are connecting with the fairies. So when we do these meditations and attunements to connect deeper with the fairies, we're just awakening that connection even more. We are going to awaken to that magic consciously and invite it into our life. So let's take a second now to connect with the Spring Fairies and their beautiful fairy realm. If you like to let go of all thoughts and just get ready to go on a journey to awaken your consciousness to the Spring Fairy realm. Just imagine there's a beautiful gateway before you, and you are entering the Spring Fairy realm. Right away I see a fairy with daffodil crown on, and I see all the beautiful flowers of spring and the feeling of things blooming. Camellias, wisteria, lilacs, crocus, tulip, hyacinth, all the spring flowers blooming all around me. And the beautiful energy of spring, an energy of renewal, of rebirth, of hope and happiness. And I feel the sun shining down, and then all the animals of spring are coming all around. There's a fox, a bunny, a squirrel, a chipmunk. Then there's all kinds of cute birds, a blue jay, a robin, a hummingbird. All of these are our fairy friends of spring, the animals connected with spring. Feel yourself connecting with all of these spirit guides and animals and fairies, and just allow whoever would like to come through to come through. I also feel a frog, a snail, butterflies are coming through. All of these magical spirit animals connected to spring, and just allow them to bless you and open your heart to their magic. And let's take a tour of the Spring Fairy realm. I see there's a secret garden, there are flower trellises, there are flowers everywhere, sunshine is everywhere, and the fairies are dancing. They have flower crowns. There's lots of flower fairies, plant fairies, and I also feel some trees coming through like oak. The trees are sprouting their leaves. They're getting green, the grass is green, the earth is singing, and feel the earth of it, the song of the earth, because that's what's really singing. All the plants and the earth itself are singing together as spring blossoms. And now let's energetically feel what it's like to feel the plants grow. This happens to me sometimes with my garden, where I, like as an empath, I energetically feel those plants growing. So let's really feel what that's like. And let's just connect with the beautiful energies of spring, flower healing, plant healing, animal magic. I see lots of new baby animals being born. I see the sunshine and all the greenness and nature, heavenliness is just blessing us. Now I'm going to introduce you to the Spring Fairy King and Queen. They're really beautiful, glowing fairies, regal, and they are adorned in plants and flowers, and they're very light energy, very happy energy. And as they take your hand, they awaken you to the magic of spring, which is the magic of a season, which we go through on a body, mind, spirit level also. An energy of rebirth, getting new energies, new ideas, new hopes and dreams, and new experiences, new opportunities. All of these things come with spring. It's an outward time, a time of socializing, a time of reaching your potential and going out in the world. They're also bringing in the energies of fitness and eating healthy and exercising and enjoying all the foods of spring. I see lemonade, fresh fruits, and it is a time of cleaning out, detoxing, drinking lots of water, walking outside and connecting with the earth, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the beautiful energies of the earth beneath you, and awakening yourself to the plant kingdom, to the fairy kingdom, to all your spirit animals, and noticing all of those symbols all around you all the time. They're reaching you all the time, communicating with you all the time. And they're going to call you outside, so just be prepared. They're going to call you outside to enjoy the beautiful magic of nature. This is a way to calm the body, mind, and spirit. And they're also bringing in the fairies of growing things to connect with them, bless them. And if you can, try to grow things in your life. Maybe you can grow seeds in your backyard, or plant house plants, and things like that, because the fairies of growing things are connecting with us. And also the fairies of gardening. I know I've been inspired to really work on my garden this year and really make it a beautiful place, because when I do work on my garden, and it blesses everyone who sees it. People walk by and they're like, wow, that's a beautiful garden. Everyone who visits my house loves it. The garden is a blessing to everyone. So the spring fairies help us with the garden, and there are specific garden fairies and gnomes of spring that can help you. And they help inspire me to, get specific plants, organize my garden in a specific way. Right now they're telling me to get white sage. They're also telling me to get a certain kind of plant stand and feng shui my garden. I'm also been making garden jewelry. I'm going to be putting together a class on making garden jewelry. And garden jewelry is really easy to make. I just string beads like I'm making a necklace, but I make it extra long and I don't close it on the end, and then I just adorn the plants in my gardens with that like garland, and the fairies love that. The fairies also love crystals, little statues of them, and they love to be appreciated. It's time to send them love and healing, to connect with them on a soul level, listen to them. They love that. So I'm going to give you guys a few ways to connect with the spring fairies, and you are getting a spring fairy attunement now. I really feel myself smiling as I connect with this beautiful spring fairy energy. And an easy way to connect with the spring fairies is to just go outside and appreciate spring. Pay attention to growing things and just connect with the fairies that are working during this season, because there's a certain group of fairies that work to bloom the flowers, to make all the grass grow and the trees bloom. There are fairies that help with all of that, and they would love to connect with you. So let's connect with those beautiful fairies and their beautiful animal and plant friends. And oak is coming through big time. The acorn, the oak, the squirrel, that's coming in as a guardian energy of spring. And spring's also a time of detox, letting go of the old to welcome the new, and also a time of starting new things, starting new projects, believing in yourself. You may be pushed confidence-wise to take new opportunities, to show up as your best self. So we're bringing in those beautiful energies of spring, connecting with the spring fairies, and I also am getting the message to tell everyone to go to botanical gardens, see what gardens are in your area. I know out here in Portland we have a lot in the Pacific Northwest. We have a bunch of different gardens, but I am from New York, and we had a lot of amazing gardens there too, like the botanical gardens, the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens. There are beautiful gardens at Central Park, and then also in the suburbs we have lots of gardens, and in New Jersey there are parks and things. So the fairies would like you to just intuitively see what gardens and parks you're drawn to, and also check if you can find new ones on a map. I did that a few years ago, and it's something I continually do. Is I ask the fairies to show me new magical places, and I found so many amazing gardens, trails, wildflower fields, even old growth forests within walking distance of my house. Once I asked the fairies, I found so many secret fairy hotspots. So ask the fairies to show you nature hotspots by you also. So I'm giving you a Spring Fairy blessing and one more Spring Fairy attunement as we connect with the amazing magical energies of spring. I feel this is a heart healing energy. It's healing for the body. It's rejuvenating, and just connect with the beautiful energies of the Spring Fairy realm. And we're going to lift that veil so that we can become one with that dimension, awaken that dimension here. So let's enjoy spring on the deepest level and continue our fairy communication. Remember, you can practice your fairy communication through meditating and journaling. Fairies love to communicate with you. All you have to do is say, hey, what fairies are here? And just listen, feel, and see what visions or messages you get. So thank you for listening. This is Andrea Dembecki from angelfairyhealing.com. I will talk to you soon.